I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of this time. My demons dwell, my own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up, climbing and climbing. I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost myself. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time stands still, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking, you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. Oh, wait, I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of this time.
Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me. And we can run from here and we can disappear, and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me, 'cause I know I can make you believe in something that only we can see. Oh, so baby, hold on to me, hold on to me.
it die. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die?
Whatever you want, I'll be whatever you want. Just tell me you love me or not, whatever it costs. I know I'm talking a lot, there's something I gotta get off. Don't wanna be this no more, I don't wanna drink no more. Always gotta do the most, thinking that I'm insecure. Really should've listened more, but I don't, of course. I'm an asshole, I'm a good guy, I'm your best friend, I'm the worst type. Tell you everything that you heard right, just so I can fuck on the first night. Feel like I'm losing hope, running from coast to coast. I don't know where to go, this all I've ever known. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. No. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Won't die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? My aunt think I'm perfect, I know I'm not. My mama be worried, I told her stop. They know I did drugs and think that I'm off. Little do they know I never could stop. My manager hate when I'm pulling up late. Back on my bullshit, she think it's a phase. I got relations I gotta maintain. I'm two different people, my side and my main. Yeah, I'm sober, I'm an addict, I'm a lowlife, I got habits, but I refuse to be average. Really so tired of acting, don't know what I miss no more. Too bad you don't hit me more. I'm bad when I get too bored, careful what you wishing for. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. No. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Won't die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die?
I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Did it die? Did it die?
So why is it so hard to let you go? To let you go. So why is it so hard to let you go? To let you go. So why is it so hard to let you go? You
Good evening, this is Zach. Welcome to a new video. Today we're going over the release of test 3.0 or 2.3 I have to call it, because I will have another release coming up, which it will be an entire refactor of the entire bot. This has all the improvements that we need to fully get on the passive earning grind and market making grind with the software. And I will show you guys the improvements that we've made. And I was long awaiting these improvements to get them done, because I think these are the improvements that for derivative markets, for leverage trading, are so critical, and I've not seen them anywhere else. So I'll go over what those things are. If you're new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe and follow the channel, because there will be a lot of content coming on actual live strategies trading. We have had in our Discord, which the link of that will be in the description, we've had a bot trading live and making some really nice gains on .USD, which currently is a bit down. The bot is still up, up, but the prices are down, and my strategy was to buy the dip, right? You set your own strategies. My strategy is buy the dip, and it's been working really well on even a market that is going down, and the reasons for that I'll definitely explain during this video as well. So let's get into it, and this will be the 2.3 version, and we've been working on it on this software for years. It's oh, let me unmute myself. Sorry for that. So yeah, we've been working for this on this software for years, and this update will put some finishing touches on the automation part, the fully automated part. And let's dive into what those attributes are. To start off, we have the following updates awaiting. Genesis Algo has the main product, which we call TESS. It's just a catchy name which we came up with, no reason for it, might change in the future, but that's the product we're going with. It's the TESS 2.3. Okay, we started as a quant trading software, which meant that I was looking for something, and I've been mining since 2014, and around 2016 I got heavily into trading and found out about BitMEX and rebates and stuff like that, which if you guys don't know, rebates are negative negative fees, so you're basically getting paid to trade. And for me as a miner, that was really interesting because I could start hedging myself in future contracts, and strategies like that were all a possibility, right, with BitMEX. And I was getting paid to do that, so it was getting more and more interesting. So I wanted something that automated orders but was faster, so it needed to definitely be faster than I was. Okay, so I didn't want to basically develop a software that eventually didn't have any benefit of me using it, because it would be slower than I was myself in handling orders and stuff. So for me, the most important thing is the speed of the software. And guys, we won tons. Like, I think it's 100 times improvement on what we had. And I will show you guys that in a second. Let's see how the live example goes, because my computer doesn't like when I have multiple screens and I'm streaming on Discord and on OBS. So I have my laptop as a backup, so we can live trade, and because I want you guys to see how these orders, with what kind of speed they are put into Bybit, right? And the reason I can't do it is because my computer is slow, and these are things that you as a retail trader just using the website has to go through, right? So an API order goes much faster. So we created the bot. Let's get back to the main line of the story. We created the bot for rebate farming, dollar cost averaging, ping pong strategies, which a ping pong strategy is when price is in a range. You basically sell the top, buy the lows, right? And all of that needed to be somewhat flexible, because I believed in and that started actually in 2018. So a very long time I was a non-believer in technical analysis. I didn't understand why people would put lines on the chart, and that was just me not wanting to understand it mostly, right? I didn't dive into it. It didn't interest me. It looked a bit weird. And when I saw that people who were telling me, like making predictions based on their TA, were right more than they were wrong, I started to get interested, and I started to dig through all the content that was available. So I needed it to be 100% flexible, so that I could implement my technical analysis, and it was faster than I could handle orders. It was up 24/7, so I could spend my time on other things that I liked a little bit more than staring at my screen and putting in orders, which I do like a lot, I've noticed, by the way. Over the years, you kind of, if you start doing the things that other people say that are fun, you start to notice that maybe this is what I like. So but that those things aside, because I know many of you, and that's the reason for these updates, many of you do not like it as much as I do. They just want something to passively make their money work for them, and I think this is the perfect software for that. So this actually makes your money work for you. You see your money actually being put in to tiny trades in and out, and that adds up a lot. And if you've been in the Discord, you might have seen the example on .USD, how we turned pretty much 19 dot into 28 dot within a week. Currently it's like at 25 approximately. Let me look backwards. I put the screen back. So but it's around 25, 26. We made like 50% on our dot within a week. So we made 50% more dot. So if you're trying to get more of a certain coin, this is the strategy, or this is the software for you. And I will, of course, we'll get into the live trading and everything as we go. So with the new updates, I was aiming for those that are looking to put in less time and want to just set up something that's fully automated and passively gets them some returns in the crypto markets, because the volatility is insane, as you guys know. So you just need the system to trade it systematically, right? Not emotionally, because that's what drives the price of crypto for most part. It's emotions into the price that gets this volatility going. And I think if you have a systematic way, you'll be much better off. But then you need some of what we call edge or alpha, right? And our alpha and edge is mainly in spreading limit orders based on technical levels. So we still are very flexible in our levels and how we handle those. Yeah, let's go to the next slide. So let's start with the first huge improvements that we made, and that's something that's proprietary to Genesis Algo. I personally haven't seen it with any other software. I don't know any other software that has anything like this. And I gave it a name, and I call it the leverage management system or the leverage manager. So as you guys know, on these derivatives exchanges like BitMEX, Bybit, and all of these platforms that are very interesting to trade on, and the reasons for that we might get into later, but they have leverage available to you. And personally, I like using cross leverage, right? As much as I like isolated sometimes, I for the bot, I like to have it on cross leverage. And that means that basically if you have $1,000 in your account and you're trading for $10,000 worth of contracts, you have a 10x leverage, right? And the leverage manager will basically ask you a couple inputs, and based on those inputs, it will try to keep your leverage within your desired risk tolerance, right? So for example, the leverage manager requires a couple inputs. The first one is the maximum leverage, and we'll go into and show you the config file and show you how that looks like. So the maximum leverage. Then the second input is the target leverage. This is what you desire. So what's okay with you? Okay, so if you have $1 million and that's all you have, then maybe setting the target leverage to 30 is a little bit extreme, right? But if you have just a couple $100 on there just to play around with, then you might want to have the bot aim, or you're okay with higher leverage, right? So you might fill in, for example, if you have a high risk tolerance, you might fill in 10 for target leverage and the maximum at like 15. Okay, so what you're telling the bot by those two inputs is that whenever the bot reaches a leverage of 15, it will start a certain what we call debagging. So basically it will start decreasing that position of yours until you get back to your target leverage of 10, and then the strategy will continue as normal. Okay, and then it will ask you two agent tables and the name of those, and those are the strategies that will be run upon reaching the maximum leverage, right? So if your maximum leverage is reached and your position is long, then the aggressive aggressive short agents will activate. So if your position is long and your position is becoming too big, then some aggressive short agents will start coming into the market, and they will start decreasing your exposure until you're back to that target leverage. And if your position is a short, then the aggressive long agents will be activated until the leverage goes below the target leverage. Right, so that's the leverage manager. I've never seen it before. It's going to be really, really fun to show you guys how this works. Because for example, let's compare this bot to a grid trading system. In a grid trading system, first of all, you are not flexible at all. You cannot decide which levels you want to trade in a grid trading system. But besides that, when you're leveraged or when you're buying too much or selling too much because the market is trending, the system doesn't have any solution for you to solve that. Okay, and with the leverage manager, we have a clear system that has a clearly defined maximum leverage and target leverage, which are your exposure levels. Okay, because I noticed that different people have different desires with trading. One person might have millions of dollars and is trying to put a couple $100K in and see where that takes him. And the other person might have like $500 available to like try something, and he's more interested into the more high or more higher risk stuff, right? So he's more interested in putting his target leverage to 30 and putting his maximum leverage to 50, and he has a level that he's really interested in, and he doesn't care about maybe losing that 500 bucks. That's his risk, right? So there is different risk tolerance when it comes to trading, and I think that's what this solves a lot. So let's get into the next update that we did. It's what we call the webhook alerts. So that basically means that you can start receiving signals from TradingView, and the tables, the strategies, so your agent tables will activate according to the strategy on TradingView. And this is what we will get into, because now it starts getting really, really interesting. I have a user, his name is the Again Man. He's one of the admins actually, and he, for example, yesterday came up with a strategy with multiple VWAPs, which I will show you. It's really, really interesting, and it basically tells you every day whether you should be long or short, and you can automate this. Basically allowing your strategies to start automatically. So currently it's longing, and for example, if a TradingView signal tells us to short, this table will be stopped, and maybe the position will be closed if that's what you desire, and then the next strategy will start. Right, so the webhooks is all working, and I think the coolest part is that we no longer have to install ngrok. Okay, so that was something we had to install. That's no longer needed. All you have to do is log into the ngrok website, and there is an auth token, authentication token that they give you, and this token you have to provide into your configuration file. Let's take this configuration file in front of us, because the users are pretty much, I think you guys are interested to see what the changes are. So as we already discussed, you have this maximum leverage and target leverage. Okay, so if you want to use the leverage manager, first of all, you have to set this to true. Okay, capital letter T and then true. Okay, so like this. Let me just give you guys the example. Okay, so we would have to set this to true, and then we'll say, for example, our maximum leverage is 18 and our target leverage is 10. Okay, so until 10, the strategy is fine to run as it is. But if our leverage exceeds 18, then we need to navigate to one of these strategies here. Okay, so you copy the name of the strategy that you prepare as a debug or as a counter strategy in here. Okay, and as soon as you're back towards your target leverage, this strategy will start will stop again. Okay, so it will stop until it's needed again. Okay, and of course I will share with you guys the strategies that you can paste in here as an example, and multiple examples, because I've been testing this for a little bit. And what else is different, right? So this is the ngrok authentication token. So you need to go log into the website of ngrok, and when you've done that, you basically pretty much see the token in front of you. You just paste it in this field right here between the brackets, so you leave the brackets there. And the private key, of course, is from Bybit. The public, the key is also from Bybit. I made the shorter one shorter, and the longer one, I made it longer, so that you cannot get confused, hopefully, with that. So you paste those Bybit API keys in here, your ngrok in here, and then you're pretty much set to go, because the software as it is, as I have it here, and I made it a little bit smaller, it doesn't require, so we don't have the 3 black Python command shells anymore. It's just one application. It has your window, so you can launch your test web interface. It has the agents printing whatever they're doing, and the agent tables, which if they're set to green, that means this agent table is currently activated. So long pong is currently trying to buy the market, and short is deactivated, short pong is deactivated. Like that. And for the webhooks, you pretty much click start webhook, and it will start ngrok and give you a link which you will paste into TradingView, so that you can start receiving signals. So it's pretty much one click on the button. Within a millisecond, you will get your link and you'll paste it into Bybit. And of course, we'll get into that in a second, right? So that's the next upgrade. We made the plug and play fully working, and it's going to be a lot of fun combined with all of the safeties that we have. So we have this debugging and the leverage manager, but we also have the stop trading trigger, which basically says if my leverage for some reason, for example, goes to 58, then stop the bot from trading. We also have a kill emergency trigger, which basically means that if my leverage goes to, let's say, 80, then just close the position and stop anything you're doing. Okay, so there's multiple safeties to protect you in all kinds of ways. Besides that, every agent has a stop loss and all of those things implemented. Yeah, let's get to the last update that we did before we start actually trying it out. So it's a lot faster. I kind of got into this already a little bit, but the bot is around 10 to 100 times faster than it used to be, and it's mainly the activation and deactivation of agent tables. So normally it took a lot of times for the agent tables to be activated and deactivated based on, for example, trading view signals, and now we've basically sped that product or that part up by a factor of 10 or 100. Right, so that's really cool. And for those that don't know, we have a cool little family tree here of agents and how that works. So you have a parent agent. First of all, you have, of course, the webhooks, which is a signal that comes in externally. And then you have the parent agent, the child agents, and the grandchildren, which is basically a way to layer your orders. So only if the parent is in a trade, the children can start looking for their entries, and only if the children are in a trade, then the grandchildren can look for their entries. So that's a little thing that I wanted you guys to take note of. So let's get into the chart, see what's going on right here. We're right into that point of control resistance. So I guess just for some funds, let's start one of the tables. Let's see which. Let's see if this browser is now fast enough to see that we started anything. So for example, if I click the short table, okay, so in the bot, you can see the short table has started and orders have already been placed. But my UI is lagging, so I might have to use the laptop in a second. So you cannot see the orders in Bybit yet, but I can assure you that they have already been placed. So the Bybit UI is just lagging a lot. Let me try to adjust my date and time and sync it, see if that helps anything. There we go. Give that a quick restart. Right, so we might have to do that on the other computer, because you can see the price is already at 709 and here it's at 706. So another benefit to using a bot against manually trading, you get these like screen lags or whatever, and all of a sudden you're excluded from putting in any trade, which is not really beneficial. And so I will do this on the other screen. So let's get into a strategy that we're going to try and run. So you guys know that we've created this indicator, which if you put it to your favorites, you have the take profits and the add alerts. So you have a lot of different alerts. What we're going to do for this example is just take away the take profit and add alerts, and we're just going to run it based on the sell and buy alerts. It's not great at all, but I just want to have an example going for us so we can have a look at it. And for that, I will require to create an alert, and an alert you can create it in all types of ways. But for our indicator, we just click the HPS super calendar, and we can say all functions. That's fine. And then we need to copy in or paste in the ngrok link, which you'll get from the bot. So if you have the bot and you click on start webhook, which I can do like this. Oh, I've closed it on another computer, so I can't use it right now. But I will use it on another computer so so that we can start the bot. Let me check it out real quick. Yeah, the laptop is ready, so we can start it on the laptop, and I will get a link for us to run it on the laptop, and I will screen share my laptop right now. So we'll go into watching that because my screen is really lagging on Bybit, as you guys can notice. It really takes a bunch of time for Bybit to load, and I've tried different browsers, but it might have to do with me streaming on Discord and OBS at the same time. So anyways, we'll paste in our ngork link, which you get from the bot itself, and then you give the alert a name. So let's say that this is going to be the buy alert. Okay, so like this pretty much. Okay, so we're going to create some indicators. I'll put a little background music on, and then if I'm done, when I'm done, I will go into Discord live streaming and watch the other live stream, and it will be live on YouTube as well. So give me a second to basically set up the signals, and my strategy will pretty much be whenever we see a B, we're going to start long DCAing with small orders. Whenever we see an S, we'll start the short DCA with small orders, and that's pretty much it. And for the rest, we'll have long DCA happening below 19.7, and we'll have short DCA happening above 19.8, which is a different strategy. And then when we come to 19.2ish, we'll start a big position here. If that happens during this live stream, you guys can watch it live. So there will be agents waiting in this area right here, even to a dip right below 19k, maybe 18.9. I'll have a bunch of agents here with big amounts of contracts, so that will be fun to watch, I'm sure. So there will be a diversified strategy with longs happening based on the signals and shorts happening based on the signals, but also some DCAing up and down, just some ping ponging. And of course, there will be the leverage manager, which will be active. And if the leverage manager doesn't kick in, I will basically force it to kick in by taking a big manual position and just have you guys witness what the leverage manager is about and what it can do. So right now I'll put on a little background music. I'll set up the alerts that will so we can start the bot on the other Discord account, and then I'll go into the Discord account and screen it or screen share that live. Okay, so give me a second to set up the alerts, and let me find a nice little background music, and I'll be right with you guys. Thank you. And if you have questions, by the way, guys, because I'm not watching the YouTube stream right now, but if you have questions, please do ask them. I would love to answer some of your questions. I'm sure the explanation is not perfect, so yeah, feel free.
What level are you in Apex?
Oh, we have someone asking questions that I have on mute, so I didn't hear his questions. So we're just going to continue with the background music. Okay, so we have the alerts ready. Let me just put the sound back down. Okay, so I'm going into my other screen. Sorry guys, I had a different version of the software on my laptop. Give me a 1 second to start the right version. Load it. Thank you for muting your mic. And if there's any questions, feel free to ask me while I'm downloading a new version. So you can have a quick look at how the download process goes, and please join the Brute live stream. So the account that's all the way up there streaming his screen. That's my laptop actually. So all right, so the bot is starting, and let me just close this bot off so we don't trade on two bots on one API. So the bot is starting up. Hi, Amit, IK, welcome. So when the bot starts, it's already booted, so we can basically start putting in the signals. The signals are activated, but what we need to start is the webhooks. So you go over to webhook, and you just quickly click on the start webhooks, and then we need to send this link. Oh. Okay, we quickly send that over to our different account, to our other account, and we take that right here for a second. Sorry, this is a bit inconvenient, but my computer is really lagging with multiple streaming sources like Discord and OBS at the same time. But we've got it figured out. Let me just input this link in our signal. So all I have to change is this new ngrok link that we have, because the alerts are already set correctly. So if I click save here, whenever we get an S or a B, we should start seeing trades activating, and this is on a 30-second chart just to have the examples happening as soon as possible. So let's go back to the streaming account. I was already in the stream, sorry. I kept clicking there. Let's go back and see when we get the signals here. Have a look here, prices. We can also, oh, I just saw a signal come in. Let me see if that's correct. Yes, so we got a long signal coming in right now. And if you watch the stream, you can see that we have longs already being placed on Bybit. So that's perfect. Right, so as soon as we got the long alert, we're already starting to put it there. So let me zoom in actually to the chart. And so I think what's really interesting to take a note on here, is the speed at which the orders are also executed. So it happens really fast, and I think most of the bots that I've seen are very slow at executing orders. Right, so it's also really cool. Okay, I've set up the alerts a little bit incorrect, so all of the tables are pretty much starting already, which we have the aggressive long and the long pull, which the aggressive long I wanted to stop, so I could just click this button. Okay, and now it has stopped, and you can also confirm in the UI that it has stopped running. I only want to be longing, but not too aggressively right now. And let me put the bot in the window so we can see whatever is running at all times. Let's see what my leverage configurations are, because we want basically the leverage manager to kick in, and I'm currently at 8 leverage. So I'm going to try and increase that until it starts kicking in. So we want to test out the leverage manager. So let's try testing out 1200 contracts. Ah. Let's see if the bot is not used by that. Let's actually restart the bot here. Okay, so whenever I restart the bot, all I need to do is basically get the new ngrok link, and then everything will be set up correctly. So it doesn't take me a lot of effort. All of the tables are nearly loaded up. It's 7 tables in total, so we have them loaded up. Start ngrok. Alright, and whenever we have started ngrok, we can start going back to the strategy and taking whatever link we've received. Last link, this one, and we paste it into our strategy at the top as the webhook URL. There we go. And now whenever we get a new signal, the bot will start again. Okay, so we had a small mistake there, but it should be fine right now. Let's start off the strategy manually actually. Let's go for long term. Let's see how long it takes before it starts. There we go, you can see all the trades being placed.
But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain.
Okay, so we'll let this play out a little bit, see if we get any signals, and if you have questions, please ask them in the chat. What we want to see is that we get basically a new signal, okay, so an S or a B. And I could put this screen right next to it so we can watch both of them at the same time. Remove the alerts from there. Okay, so the strategy that's currently running is the one that I manually started myself. Okay, so that one will be dollar cost averaging into a long below 19,750, I believe was my support level, and then above that, above 19,800-ish, we'll start dollar cost averaging into short. Those are just normal strategies that you guys are used to with multiple agent layers and pretty complex way of dollar cost averaging. While I'm speaking, we get in this S alert. So what we want to see is this candle close in 2 seconds. That should send a signal. There we go. We get the signal. And now what we want to see is that the signal is received by the bot, which it is right now. It has already canceled all of the long orders and it's going to start shorting pretty much right now. Right? So longs have been shut down. Okay, so I've set up my messages a little bit wrong because it adds the aggressive short, and I don't really want to do that right now because we're trading on the 30 seconds, so that could go pretty bad. And aggressive short and long, I really need those for the debagging as well. So my messages are a little bit wrong, but you get the point. The signals come in from TradingView, and according to those signals, you can have multiple agent strategies in here. And all of them can start and stop based on your external alerts. And these agent strategies are very, very flexible. All of these agents have a stop loss, and that's what we are going to build from. We currently have some strategies that we're working with, but we also still want to, well, have some strategies based on our technical analysis, right? So for example, I saw this drop down coming. I don't really have a great indicator for that, except of course I share with you guys the 21 EMA, which was the top pretty much. But anyways, there is not the best indicator for me yet. That's what I will be spending a lot of my time on right now. And one of our users has come up with a pretty interesting strategy around the VWAPs. So I'm expecting you guys also to come up with some strategies. We'll start automating them with our system, with the agent system and the high frequency trading. Yeah, I think we have really exciting times ahead of us, and I will be running live strategies. I've already been running for the last days strategies in the Discord live for you guys. It were really simple strategies without any external alerts, without any complex stuff, no leverage manager, nothing. So yeah, I think we're going to have some insane results when I start implementing the leverage manager and the webhook alerts and mix those in with the way that we are trading currently with yeah, high frequency and lots of trades that are occurring. And in the meantime, we can see that a reversal happens and happened, and now it's longing. I didn't tell it to close the position, so that's why it's not doing that. But you can also tell it whenever the trend reverses to close the old position, right? So these are all things that you can start implementing and experimenting with. And I will definitely make more videos as we go. I will put some music on and maybe come up with a different strategy to run. But I'm here for questions. If any of you has a question, please feel free to ask them. And stay in the Discord, because over the coming days I'll have probably at least 2 at all times, if not 3 strategies running, and I will be showcasing those to you guys, right? Yeah, this was my short introduction to the test 2.3 updates. I think we don't have to speak about it too much. We just have to show the people what this can do for them, and the time-lapse videos are gonna be amazing on this. So be on the lookout for those. Yeah, if there's any questions from you guys, let me know. And in the meantime, yeah, I'll have it streaming for a little bit. Yeah, so I forgot that indeed, and someone asked, is the first month for free? So I'm working very, very hard. First, I was an affiliate with BitMEX for many years, and I've got a great deal and great contact with the Bybit team, and I'm always working to get us 0% maker fees. Why? Because first of all, I really need them for myself. This type of trading, if you want to do a high volume trading, you really need low fees, right? And so therefore, if you look in the link in the description, there is a link to Bybit where you get 0% on your limit orders. Okay, so with our bot, we place limit orders for 90% of the time. So for us, it's pretty much 0 fees, right? So if you're interested in that, follow the link, and it's for 30 days on limit orders only. So if you're taking market orders, you're still paying a lot of fees. Be aware of that, but I think it's totally worth it. And after this month, I'll try my hardest to get the promotion again, because it's so critical for us to have the 0% maker fees. I know a lot of people are shilling, for example, BitGet. I'll have a video coming out later this week to compare and show you guys actual proof of how an exchange like BitGet is very bad, and even Bybit isn't great at all. FTX is great; they are much more fair, and I will show you guys this in an upcoming video. And it has to do with the liquidity engine, or the liquidation engine, I must say. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I will stay in the Discord. I will stop the OBS recording, because I think then I can start my bot on this PC again, and it will be a lot faster. So if you're not in our Discord, please join in. We're doing anything bot related. We're going to have tons of passive trading strategies for BTC USD and some altcoins. Guys, we made nearly 50% in a week on .USD while we have a bearish market. And which strategy did I run?